What's up, guys? My name is Tim Grittani.
Tim Grittani, welcome.
Our next guest got rich the legal way. Tim Sykes is a self-made millionaire trader and the creator of the Millionaire Challenge, a challenge taken by Tim Grittani, the man sitting next to him, a 24-year-old who hit the $1 million mark trading last month.
Trader Timothy Sykes, in fact, says recent college graduate Tim Grittani turned $1,500 into more than $1 million by following his strategy.
I started with $13,000, most of it which was borrowed from my parents. The position of my money that I was trading was only $1,500. I didn't have much money to my name. I only had $1,500. And I did start with $13,000 between accounts. That's because my parents were generous enough to lend me $11,000 to open more brokers. Back? I've paid them back.
Did you give them any interest?
They didn't ask for interest. They're very generous. They're great people. In the first 6 months I traded, I lost.
Don't let the early losses discourage you and get out of the trades fast if they're not going your way.
So when I first started trading, I decided I was just going to dive in with no idea of what I was doing. And my strategy really was buy a random stock and try to sell it in the next couple of weeks for a gain, just whenever it had a profit. On an average day, I'd either be making or losing about 50 bucks. After losing half of my $500 account in 2 weeks, I realized I needed more structure. Early on, one of my biggest early struggles was the fact that I was trading too many different setups. I was new, I was a little overwhelmed with all the information, and I didn't really realize, what I was good at, what I was bad at. I needed to get a little more structure to what I was doing, and that's when I started looking for help. I started looking around online and found Tim's story and his strategy, and I was just fascinated by it. It was through an ad that showed up, and I watched the video. The strategy made sense, and it was a whole different side of the market that I had never even heard of, never even really thought about. I did a little research on you, made sure that you were legit, which of course you are. Once I started studying your strategy, I just knew that that was the strategy for me. And since I've studied Tim's strategy and mastered it, I've made 575% on my account in the last 9 months. Now I'm here in the Maldives with Tim Sykes and his team. Over the last year and a half, I've become one of his top students.
I took 2 of my trading challenge students as a reward for their hard work and dedication. And here is one, Tim Grittani. How's it going, dude?
Not bad.
This is your first trip overseas, right?
Yep.
So how long have you been a Tim Trading Challenge student?
I've been in Tim Challenge for a couple months now. I was penny stock and silver for the last year and a half.
You upgraded your life.
I upgraded my life.
How much did you make last night here?
$1,100 last night from right here.
Why do you like penny stocks so much?
I like them because they're very predictable.
Tim Sykes, back to you. I mean, a lot of people are leery of penny stocks because they're penny stocks, and they're penny stocks for a reason. Thinly traded, very, very risky, and the professional money crowd always says, not worth it. Don't even go there. What do you say?
I mean, if you have a few $1,000s to your name, you can't afford just to make 10 or 20% per year. It's just not going to do anything to your bottom line. Tim Grittani has grown his account exponentially using penny stocks and trading off the volatility. They're not as thinly traded as you might think. A lot of marijuana stocks right now, they're trading 10, 20, sometimes 50 million shares every single day, and you have 20 to 50% volatility every day. So when you have that volatility, you have that liquidity, you can play in and out, and you can, really grow your account exponentially, as Tim Grittani has done.
It's the same stuff every day. If you're getting one of these emails and you read the disclaimers, usually you'll see something like, this company was compensated $500,000 to send out this email. And fact of the matter is, no legitimate company is going to do that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do you ever use leverage?
I haven't really had to use leverage. I just find the good opportunities, and I find 50% gains here, 75% gains there.
Do you look at stocks? Let's say you got a stock that's trading at 10 cents or 35 cents. If it doubles or triples, do you dump it or do you hang with it? What do you do?
Well, most of the time I'm not even holding them that long for them to double or triple. I'm just catching a small side of the upside move. I'm studying charts for tomorrow.
Even though we're in the Maldives, you're still working hard. And you got a nice tan. How much you make last night?
Last night I made $1,400.
Made $1,400 last night? How old are you, by the way?
I'm 24 years old.
24 years old. Mm-hmm. What do your friends, your girlfriend think about all this?
I think they think it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Because you're from like small town, middle class like neighborhood like me, right?
Right, yeah, suburb of Chicago.
We have arrived at Tim Grittani's suburban palace. Check out this neighborhood. It's kind of cool. How's it going, buddy? How's trading? How much you up today? 20,000? $20,000 today?
20,000, yeah.
Congratulations. Yeah, that's cool. Like Family Matters? Like Steve Urkel territory?
Yeah, Steve
Did you
Urkel
watch
territory.
that?
No, never watched that.
You're too young, right?
That's right.
Family Matters rocks.
I've really not lost sight of my goals, and my goals have been to keep building my accounts to just further my trading experience.
Tim Grattani, we'll go to you. I mean, you just reached this last month. So how does that feel to you? And, what made you make this much money so quickly?
Well, the feeling, it was really interesting in the moment, because when I made the trade, I knew on the trade that I had made it there. It was only an $8,000 trade. And in the moment, it didn't...
$8,000 profit.
$8,000 profit, okay.
That's pretty good in one morning.
Yeah.
He's too humble. I'm not as humble as him. Sorry. Keep going.
But in the moment, it didn't feel like that big of a deal to me, because I'd been trading full-time for about 2 years at that point, 2.5 years. And I was doing what I'd done every single day. But if I took a step back and looked at it, the big scope of things, and said, wow, 2.5 years ago, I was just getting started, then it was really kind of a surreal moment for me.
That's fucking amazing.
I did it just basically by sticking to the same setups that I'd been trading in the first year. I had slightly bigger accounts, which helped. And also, it was just the same patterns I had played over and over and over again. I focused in on one specific area, the area where I knew I was most comfortable, the area where, if I looked at my tracked trades, I had had the most success. And I just said, okay, I'm going to cut out all that other garbage, and I'm just going to stick with this for now. It's really important to track your trades, because you need to track different strategies. You need to figure out what is working for you, what is not working for you. I don't go into a day saying, I want to make X number of dollars today. I go into a day saying, I want to trade these setups right.
We were in Japan filming for my upcoming TV show when I got an instant message from somebody else. They're like, did you hear Tim Grattani made 215 today? And I was like, who cares about making 215? And the guy's like, no, $215,000. One of my trading challenge students, Tim Grattani, made over $200,000 today alone. Good job, Tim. I'm proud of you. Today was our most successful day in the history of my teaching. One of my trading challenge students, Tim Grattani, he was making like $100,000, $200,000 over the course of a year or two after just graduating college. So very good money, 6 figures for a recent college grad.
Graduated in December, and since December I've made about $115,000.
But today alone, Tim Grattani made $215,000. One of my students just made over $200,000 in one day. And this kid just made $200,000 in one day. Tell us about the $215,000 day.
I made $215,000 on the day between 3 or 4 different trades, really. That was what the bulk of it came from.
Yeah.
And that was just such an unreal feeling, because I had never had anything close to that before. I think my biggest profit day before that had been $15,000 or $20,000.
Yeah. So you're just playing it like a bouncing ball, shorting the tops, buying the dips.
I shorted the tops, I bought the dips.
So what did you do to celebrate?
All I did to celebrate was I went out for some pizza with my girlfriend.
I can do it from anywhere in the world. That's really what I learned, is that you don't have to just be sitting in an apartment trading. Like, you can fucking get it here on the beach.
I just want to thank Tim for teaching me. Going forward, I just want to keep on pushing ahead. I want to keep working. I want to be a millionaire like Tim. And I'm going to keep studying and keep adapting to the patterns and learning under Tim until I can make that goal come true. Not putting in the 40-hour work weeks, and I'm still making far more money than I ever would have had I gone the traditional route and done what was expected of me. But the whole experience has been just fantastic, and I can't thank Tim enough. He's changed my life.
My name is Tim Sykes, and I teach people to trade stocks. I am a self-made multimillionaire. So this is the ideal trade that I'm going to talk about. I want you guys to understand every single aspect of this trade.